Willie D live.
What's up, family? Remember the two women who said they spoke with a friend who's in the body transport business, and that friend told them that they received Nolan Wells' body face down. This is when they was transporting Nolan Wells' body from Mississippi to DC for the independent autopsy examination, right? Well, it looks like there may be some credence to that after all. Besides the fact that the guy from, what is it called, Cajun Navy, whatever the name of that company is that was part of the search, he actually said that, his body was found face down, but it was also found face down, not found, but received face down from one of the people who was in the business of handling the transportation of his body. Now, why is that significant? It is significant because allegedly it has something to do with the KKK. This is one of their dog whistling things that they do. This is them being on code. This is when you find a body face down, this is the Klan allegedly saying, yeah, this is our work. This is what we do. This is a hush-hush case. Now, I got this information from an undisclosed source, and I'm gonna respect that person's wishes to not reveal their identity. But this thing is heavy. But this is not something that it ain't like this caught us off guard. We know the KKK run Mississippi. Hell, we know the KKK run the United States of America. But Mississippi is a different beast. I mean, these uncivilized mutts in Mississippi, that's just the order of business all day, every day, no breaks, body after body after body after body. Mysteriously comes up unalived. They think they are going to get away with covering up Nolan Wells' death, his murder. But they got another thing coming because there's just way too many people involved and way too much technology involved. Somebody saw something, a camera saw something. There's cameras everywhere. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Youngsters don't have the presence of mind to not film crimes. If they're on the scene and a crime is being committed, they're gonna pull out their phone and record it. I can guarantee you, I'll bet you $1 to a donut that Nolan Wells' murder was captured on somebody's phone. Yeah, fam. I want you to check out this guy right here who talks about how artifacts from the KKK was found inside of a government office in Mississippi.
Blue suitcase, which contained all these materials from the Ku Klux Klan in Mississippi. The Department of Public Safety are moving to a new headquarters. While they were kind of cleaning out a closet for that move, they found a Klan robe, several Klan charters, a Klan handbook, which was called, in their terminology, a Kloran. They not only found these kind of internal documentation of like how you set up a meeting and the oath that you take to become a Klansman. Of course, they put like a sword on the Bible and you swear you're going to obey the Klan Constitution and things like that. But also, interestingly, very internal stuff. Like they actually had some ledgers and meeting minutes. So they were very careful in their meeting minutes not to put anyone's name in there. So they always put people's numbers. Like number 15 made a motion to do such and and such. The problem is they also had a ledger book for the people to pay their dues. It has the numbers and it has their names of them paying the dues, so kind of gave it all away right there. What they immediately did is they contacted the Mississippi Department of Archives and History. Archives has these documents and the robe. They're going to be releasing this to the public within the next few months. It's easy to look at these guys in terms of, you know, their outfits that kind of look clownish. These organizations were basically terrorist organizations. The White Knights of the Ku Klux Klan, most violent Klan organization in the United States, responsible for at least 10 killings here in Mississippi. Myrlie Evers, the widow of Medgar Evers, has said before, the reason we keep repeating our history is we don't know our history. And I think it's so important to preserve this history because it's forgotten within a generation or two.
I disagree. The reason we keep repeating our history is not because we don't know our history. The reason we keep repeating our history is because we keep rewarding the behavior that created it. That's why. Yeah, that's why. The only thing that has to happen is you stop rewarding bad behavior, you know? But this country is notorious for rewarding bad behavior and picking and choosing who gets punished. Oh, when it's time to punish somebody they really want to punish, oh, now all of a sudden they're for the people and they got to protect the public. And in the same breath, they'll let a dude go who just did all kinds of ungodly things to a child. They'll let somebody go who has been caught 4 or 5 times drinking and driving, and they finally killed an entire family, wiped an entire family out, and they'll let them go home. Yeah, they'll give you a life sentence for a gram of cocaine and let a kingpin who moves tons of cocaine a year, they'll let them go scot-free. So they pretty much use this judicial system in most cases to be able to get away with crimes and punish anybody else who tried. Punish anybody who's not on the team. If you're not on the team, you're going to get punished. So if you're not on the team, you get punished. But if you're on the team, wink, wink, go ahead on about your business. You heard Buddy call the Klan a terrorist organization. He's absolutely correct. It is a terrorist organization. But this country would never acknowledge that because they need members of the Klan to do their bidding. This is why they keep them in place. This is why they destroyed the Black Panther Party, or at least dismantled it, right? Killed off some of its leaders, put the rest in jail, others went into hiding. The Black Panther Party was the antithesis of the Klan. The Black Panther Party was all about love and peace and respect and community, education, employment. You know, they were for the kids. Did you know that the Black Panthers not only started the school lunch program that you had, that America hijacked, right? They not only started it, on the first day of the program, members of the Chicago Police Department went inside of the church where all of the food was and urinated over the food that was to be served to the kids on that day. I think it was at a church. It was either a church or a community center where the food was. They urinated on it. They would have rather the food go bad. They would rather urinate on the food than to allow them to feed that food to nourish those young bellies. So they dismantled the organization to help, that was to uplift the community. And they gave the organization that was tearing down the community and destroying communities all around the United States, they gave them a religious status. Did you know that? They identify the Klan as a religious organization. It's a religious organization. Right now, it's happening right now. They're a terrorist organization, but they're still riding right now. Now, for any of you up top, on the East Coast, West Coast, I need y'all to know that the Klan is not exclusive to Mississippi. Now, Mississippi has a high concentration of them, right? Doctors, nurses, lawyers, members of law enforcement. You just heard employees of the DPS. Yeah, they're everywhere. They're in every major institution in this country. But there's a higher concentration in Mississippi. There's school teachers. Yeah, they're in the Klan. School teachers, pastors, deacons, people who go to church every Sunday faithfully, get on their knees and pray to God. Straight up terrorist, straight up bona fide racist. Yeah. So this is how they've been able to carry it out. The politicians are members of the Klan. Yeah, you got sitting politicians right now who are Klan members. Right now in 2026. The politicians are the only reason why they were able to pull off slavery in the first place. They divvied up the bodies of enslaved people and got them some for themselves, That's why they made it law, right? Politicians don't let nothing go down without them getting a cut. Remember that. They don't let nothing go down without getting a cut of it for themselves. When you see those bodies face down, now you know what that's all about. No more talk.